Hello dear students, very good evening all of you. Hello everyone. Just tell me whether the video and audio is loud and clear. Tell me. Hello Sharu. All right guys, chalo. So here we are, welcome to CS course and yes guys, our agenda here is CSEET. Welcome everyone. I'm Chartered Accountant and Company Secretary Pavan Gahukar. We ought to complete a 50-mark syllabus of economics and we are studying chapter number 1. All right, I hope we are good to go. Hello dear students, a very good evening all of you. I'm Chartered Accountant and Company Secretary Pavan Gahukar. Welcome to a class for economics, and always remember, whenever we study economics, our point of view is always business. Economics, we have 5 chapters and we are studying right now chapter number first, basics of demand and supply and forms of market competition. Hello Sharu, hello Karan. So yes guys, if you have any doubts, if you have any issues, you can always DM me on Instagram. All right, so guys, very first chapter, we have covered a fair bit of ground. We have studied the reasons to study economics, economics for citizenship, economics for achieving social change, personal and professional development, tool for rational thinking. Hello, hi Alfonso, hello Hemant, hello everyone. And then we had seen solve economics problem, the major economic problem being limited resources and unlimited wants. So that's the economic problem. We have to choose between scarcity and choice. Sonika and Shavia. All right, hello, hi everyone. So the study of choice under the condition of scarcity, that is what economics is. In the previous lecture, we studied about the nature of economics. Economics is a science or an art? Guys, economics is a science as well as an art. The 5 key features of scientific study is verify, crop, verifiability, controllability, reliability, objectivity, and predictability. So because economics deals with cause and effect relationship, we can definitely say it's a science. Also, it's an art because it helps us to understand how to do things so that we achieve the end result, we achieve the objective. Also, there was a question whether economics is positive or normative. You tell me guys, economics is positive or normative? How economics actually is positive theory and how a particular thing should be, that's normative. Economics is a combination of both. The above discussions shows that economics is both positive as well as normative in nature. So guys, we studied till here. Let's study the scope of economics. All right, yes, Sonika, good answers. The scope of the subject of economics is vast and ever expanding. It is no more a branch of knowledge that deals only with the production and consumption. However, the basic thrust still remains on using the available resources efficiently while giving maximum satisfaction or welfare of the people on sustainable basis. So we have to make sure that we are able to satisfy maximum wants of the people, and we also take care of the of the making sure that the resources are used in the best available pattern. So the major branches of economics are, the very first area is microeconomics, then macroeconomics, international economics, public finance, development finance, environmental economics, urban and rural economics. So they may ask you in the exam to explain any 5 major branches of economics. So guys, you'll have to write any 5 points and you'll have to explain them. Microeconomics. When we study about Airtel, Elika, Cognitia, Infosys, SpiceJet, and Cipla. When we are talking about individual corporates, when we worry about Airtel, when we worry about, we worry about Airtel. I am the CEO of Airtel. So I worry about Airtel, no. So when I worry about Airtel, I deal in only one company. That's microeconomics. This is considered to be the basic economics. Microeconomics is defined as a branch of economic analysis which studies the economic behavior of individual units, maybe a person, a particular household, or a particular firm. It is a study of one particular unit rather than all the units combined together. All right, Sharanya, let's complete some syllabus first and then we shall understand how to write the paper. Let's complete a little bit of syllabus and then we'll study that. It's a study of one particular unit, because if I explain how to complete the paper today, this will be of no use because you do not know the syllabus right now. So it is a study of one particular unit rather than all the units combined together. So when I told you, when we worry about Airtel, when I worry only about one company, when I worry about individual unit, all right, we talk about microeconomics. Microeconomics, also described as price and value theory, the theory of household, the firms, and the industry. Most production and welfare theories are of microeconomics variety. But guys, when we do not think about individual organization, when we do not think about individual organization and we think about the country as a whole, we think about the economy as a whole, we are dealing in macroeconomics. So macroeconomics may be defined as the branch of economic analysis which studies behavior of not one particular unit but of all units combined together. So when we all the businesses, when we try to figure out all the businesses together, when we think about our aggregate economy, we are talking about macroeconomics or macroeconomics as they say. Macroeconomics is a study in aggregates, that's the word. Hence it is often called as aggregate economics, aggregative economics. It's indeed a realistic method of economic analysis, though it is complicated and involves the use of higher mathematics. In this study, we study how the equilibrium in the economy is reached consequent upon the changes in the macro variables and aggregates. The publication of Keynes' general theory in 1936. Can you tell me the name of Sir Keynes? Anyone? Anyone? John Keynes. Sir John Maynard Keynes. The publication of Keynes' general theory in 1936 gave us a strong impetus to the growth and development of modern macroeconomics. So guys, study of individual units, it's microeconomics. And study of, just a moment. And study of individual units is called as microeconomics. When we study one, yes, when we study one specific, just a moment guys, So when we study one individual units, we are dealing in microeconomics, and when we study the entire economy as a whole, aggregate, we talk about macroeconomics. So which one is aggregative economics? It is macroeconomics. Now moving ahead. Yeah. What all brands can you see? Come on, tell me the brands, make it fast. What all brands could you see here? Giving you a minute. Wonderful answers, guys. Well done. So when we talk about, when we talk about this diagram, we have Pepsi here, American, we have Nescafe here, Switzerland-based company, Nestle, Intel, American, Toyota, Japanese, then McDonald's, American, American Express, of course, American, Coca-Cola, American, then we have Honda, all right, Apple, American, Honda, Japanese, we have Nokia, Finland, Samsung, Google, Hewlett Packard, BMW, and whatnot. All right, good answers, guys. When we talk about all these things, we talk about international economies. As the countries of modern world are realizing the significance of trade and commerce with each other, the role of international economics is getting more and more significant nowadays. So when you talk about India, do we import things from Germany? Yes, BMW, Audi, Mercedes, we import from Germany. When we talk about, China, guys, if I just see this product. If we talk about this product, this is a PowerPoint presenter. So if I talk about this product, what is the chance that this product is made in China? What is the chance? What do you think? That this product be made in China? What do you think? 100%. It's Chinese. You grab a product and you will see that it's Chinese. This is IFB, this is German, but again made in China. All right. So yeah, international economics are gaining a lot of impetus because we trade. We do not build everything on our own nowadays. Then public finance. The Great Depression of 1930s led to the realization of role of government in stabilizing the economic growth besides other objective like growth, redistribution of income. So that there is no poverty, we have to make sure that the tax collected is to be used in a fair and rationed manner. Therefore, full branch of economics known as public finance or fiscal economics has emerged to analyze the role of government in the economy. Earlier, the classical economists, the old economists believed in laissez-faire economy, ruling out the role of government in the economic issues. What do you mean by laissez-faire? Laissez-faire means the policy of leaving things to their own course without interference. So when there is no government interference, we talk about laissez-faire. Guys, please make a note of this. What is laissez-faire? Important. All right, guys. So public finance, government collect taxes from us. Whatever item you buy, they take GST from you. Whatever income you earn, they take income tax from you. That money is to be used for solving the national issues. All right. Then Indian economy, we have to make sure that Indian economy is developed. Indian economy has to be powerful. So the next economics is development economics. After the Second World War, many countries got freedom from the colonial rule. What do you mean by colonial rule? Colonial rule means British rule. India was also ruled by the Britishers. Americans were also ruled by the Britishers. All right. So after Second World War, many countries, there were many people, like Portuguese were there, Spanish rules were there, Spanish colonies was there, French colonies were there, a lot of places. So after Second World War, many countries got free from the colonial rule. Their economics required different treatment for development and growth. So they looted us, these British. They looted us. Once upon a time, our country, India, Hindustan, was Sone ki chidiya. But then these Britishers came and they looted India. All right. And when World War II happened, all right, when World War II happened, the Britishers ran out of the resources to fund the war and they had to leave India. So many colonies got independence after the Second World War, but we became independent. We just got political independence. We did not get economic independence. We wanted a country to develop. This led to the emergence of new branch of economics known as development economics. But then we got independent, but then monsoon failed for 2 consecutive years and there was a lot of drought in the country. And then we had no food to feed our children, to our people. And this is where health economics as a branch came into picture. A new realization has emerged from our human development for economic growth. Therefore, branch like health economics are gaining momentum. Similarly, educational economics is also coming up. Okay. Once upon a time, we had such places, but then the bottom line of profit, we have deforested everything. We have deforested everything and we wanted to make sure that our Mother Earth should be like this, yes or no? Or our Mother Earth should look like this, right? No, guys. Our Mother Earth should be livable. Our Mother Earth should be livable. We have to develop, but we have to have sustainable development. And this is where environmental economics came into picture. Unchecked emphasis on economic growth without caring for natural resources and ecological balance. Now economic growth is facing a new challenge from the environmental side. Therefore, environmental economics has emerged as one of the major branches of economics that is considered significant for sustainable development. Sustainable development means long-term growth. How many villages in India? Any clue? Chalo, give me some answers. Uh, 50,000 is a wrong answer. Very good, Sonika. We have, as on 2026 census, there are 6,64,369 census villages in India. And how many cities? How many cities? Roughly 4,000 cities we have. So, Karanya, Karan, Sonika, Charu, all answers are good. So guys, our country will develop when the villages will develop and when cities will develop. The role of location is quite important for economic attainments. There is so much debate on urban-rural divide. Therefore, economists have realized that there should be specific focus on urban areas and rural areas. Therefore, there's an expansion of branches like urban economics and rural economics. Similarly, regional economics is also being emphasized to meet the challenge of geographical inequalities. Yes, guys, there is geographical inequality in India. Yes, 100%, it's there. Like when we talk about job opportunities, we have very less job opportunities in these areas. Very less job opportunities in these areas, right? Even in Rajasthan for that matter, very less job opportunities. And when we talk about this side of the country, we have lots of. All right, guys, am I audible? Am I visible? Am I audible? Am I visible, guys? There was some disconnection. Chat was. Hello, guys. Am I audible? Visible? Hello guys, how's the network now? All right, guys. So yeah, urban and rural economics. There are geographical inequalities that we have seen. All right, the northeast part of India, there are a lot of imbalance and thoda poverty, lack of job opportunities. This is where urban, rural, and regional economics can help the country to grow. There are many other branches of economics that form the scope of economics. There are welfare economics, monetary economics, energy economics, transport economics, demography. Demography means study of human population, and labor economics, agriculture economics, gender economics, economic planning, economics of infrastructure. So many economies, all right, economics we can study if we were to. But then our syllabus is limited to these all branches of economics: microeconomics, macroeconomics, international, public finance, development, environmental, urban, and rural. All right, we move ahead with the next thing, that is economic system. Basically, we have to study the working of an economic system. So in first place, tell me, what are the various types of economic systems? Come on, guys. What are the various types of economic systems? Anyone, any answers? Come on, tell me. I'm waiting for you. Very good, Arshita. Wonderful answer. Very good. Narika Shiva. Not able to read that word. Yes, guys, the economic systems are capitalist economy, socialist economy, and mixed economy. The economic system is an entire set of arrangement and institution meant for meeting twofold objectives of the society: increasing the availability of resources and ensuring the economic use. It's a well known that economic systems are created by different societies and they differ from each other. The economic system of even a given society keeps evolving and changing over time, partly on account of ongoing efforts of the society to meet the problems of scarcity of resources. Broadly speaking, the types of economic systems are based on per capita income, prioritization of individual to spend their resources, and scarcity of both income and resources. The best possible solution for these three potential problems is to have a successful economic system. Precedents set by the society, examples set by the society, its individuals, government for attainment of resource mobility, individual freedom is fundamental to the right choice of system of any society. So guys, let's study what are the different types of economic systems: capitalism, socialism, and mixed. Let's study this. Let's start with, this is which city? This is New York. New York, United States. Which kind of economic system United States follow? Tell me. Which kind of economic systems United States follow? The answer is capitalist economy. Wonderful, wonderful, Shasha. When we talk about Japan, when we talk about Singapore, when we talk about Germany, when we talk about the US, when we talk about the UK, all are capitalists economy, and they are doing wonderful, absolutely amazing they are doing. When we talk about the flag bearer brands of capitalism, that's McDonald's for you. It's the flag bearer of capitalism. All right, when Russia, you know, when Russia got a little milder after changing themselves from, you know, uh, all right, we'll discuss that. All right. So McDonald's, Coca-Cola, flag bearer of capitalism model. All right. The capitalist economic system is the one which is characterized by free markets. Free market, there's absence of government intervention. When there is absence of government intervention, tell me a different word that I've told you. When there is absence of government intervention, tell me a different word that I told you. Come on, it starts with LL. Come on, give me the word. Come on, guys. Absence of government interference. Very good. It is laissez-faire. It is laissez-faire. All right. So yeah, there's no government interference. All right. There's no government interference, and characterized by free market. Capitalism is characterized by free market. In practice, a capitalist economy will not need some government intervention primarily to protect the private property. In the real world, many economies which are viewed as capitalist economy may have the government spending taking up to 35% of the GDP. GDP, gross domestic product. 35% of the GDP the government spends to make or to protect the country. This is because government pays for welfare, economic growth, equality, government pays for healthcare, government pays for education, and of course, government pays for national defense. So guys, in India, do we trust politicians? Tell me, do we trust politicians? The government, as we say, do we trust them? All right, no, we trust them a little less. All right, yes, no matter which, be it Karnataka, be it Tamil Nadu, be it Kerala, be it Andhra, be it Maharashtra, we will always have the same opinion. However, the economy is still viewed as capitalism because in the area of private enterprise are free to decide what to produce and for whom to produce. So under capitalism, even if the government spends a lot of money, the government takes care of welfare, healthcare, education, national defense, we can still say that economy is capitalist. People can do everything that they want. They want to become a politician, you become a politician. If you want to become a lawyer, you want to become a judge, you can become a judge. If you want to become a doctor, no one stops you, become a doctor. If you want to become a farmer, you are more than welcome. Become one. If you want to become an entrepreneur, if you want to set up a factory, no one stops you. If you want to become a defense weapon manufacturer, manufacture them, no one stops you. Capitalist economic systems invariably leads to inequalities of wealth and income. So there are many people who really want to make a difference. There are many people who want to make a difference, and there are many people who do not want to do much. There are many people who can make a difference by their brains, but there are many people who do not have enough brains. So there will definitely be the one who is smarter, the one who will work hard, he'll earn more wealth and more income. However, it is argued that inequality provides an incentive for wealth generation and economic growth. And when there is wealth generation, there is imbalance in the society. A capitalist economic system is often contrasted. It's opposite of socialism. It is opposite of communist economic system, where the economic decisions are not made by the entrepreneurs. Those are made by the central agencies, the government agencies. All right. So guys, when we talk about the economic decisions, the planning, which institution does economic planning for India? Tell me. Which institution does economic planning for India? Come on guys, tell me. All right, guys, no, government mein there's an agency which does it. Who does it? The answer is Niti Aayog, National Institution for Transforming India. All right, National Institution for Transforming India. These are the central agencies in India which does economic planning. But when it comes to capitalism, it doesn't work like that. All right, the entrepreneurs decide. Capitalism derives its name from the fact that in this system, the means of production are not owned by the government or by cooperatives. They are owned privately. and that is by individuals and household. You can own your own factory. If you want to make a car, you can own your own factory. No one stops you from owning one. The business units, the resources are also, they also belong to individuals and household. The institution of private property also covers the right to inheritance. Is also right to inheritance. So if I make a factory, so that's my property in capitalism, and I can inherit to my next generation. The institution of property and inheritance have two strong implications. People acquire a motive for earning more because they are allowed to keep their earnings for current and future use. For this reason, they are always on the lookout for opportunities of increasing the income. In the process, if need be, they are also ready to work hard. The net result in capitalist system is characterized by high production potential. If everyone wants to be productive, and capitalist economy provides an impetus to work harder. Private property inheritance leads to ever increasing inequalities, but then there are negativities. When you inherit the property, you become rich without even working hard because your previous generation has worked hard. This inequality in turn results in unequal opportunities of earning and income. The market prices of goods and services fail to correspond to the relative worth to the society. Therefore, a cumulative process develops in which owners of capital are able to add to their incomes faster than the workers can add to their incomes, since they have to depend upon income from their labor only. Capitalism is characterized by what is known as the policy of laissez-faire. The term laissez-faire means absence of state intervention. Whenever you study state while doing CA, while doing CS, whenever you study the word state, state means government. Remember this. Whenever you study the word state, that means government. The solution of basic problems of the economy is left in the hands of market mechanism. Again, market mechanism free. Government doesn't interfere. In other words, authorities do not try to regulate the prices, demand and supply. The market mechanism through interaction between demand and supply brings about change in the prices. The price in turn acts as a signal for individual economic units and guide them to the respective activities as prices and producers, consumers and producers. In capitalism, all economic activities are guided by market forces. Producers produce only those goods and services which are demanded. The entire economy operates to meet the needs and preference of the consumer. This characteristic of capitalism is known as consumer sovereignty. What do you mean by consumer sovereignty? Consumer sovereignty means consumer is the king under capitalism. Consumer is the king under capitalism. Merits of capitalist economy. Capitalist system is self-regulatory, no government interference. The process of economic growth is faster. Under capitalism, there is a tendency to register huge rate of growth in national income and per capita income. The capitalist system decides what to produce and how to produce. Capitalist system provides an incentive for efficient decision making because people tend to gain economic gains to the decision makers, and they ensure that there is high degree of operative efficiency. They provide flexibility to adapt to the changed circumstances. It ensures individual freedom, giving entrepreneurs incentive to work hard. Capitalism ensures optimum allocation of resources in different uses. So these are the benefits. Again, you can gain tremendous economic gains. You have flexibility, you have freedom, you can use your money in whatever way you want. These are the merits, advantages of capitalism. Let's study the demerits of capitalism. Capitalism generates inequalities in income and wealth, wide difference in economic opportunity. There is this thing. This thing will always happen. Some people will have a lot of money and a lot of people will not have money even to survive. So this is the problem with capitalism. Distortion in production pattern. Capitalism wastes its resources. Capitalism wastes its resources in the sense advertising. Advertisement is waste of resource. It is, of course, it is required to sell, but what productive work happens due to this? No. And a 10-second ad on Star Sports during our Indian Premier League matches. 10-second ad costs 15 lakh rupees. A person works for a year to earn 15 lakh rupees. 1 year and 10 seconds. Production of merit goods is not profitable. All right. Education and healthcare is also becoming costly in today's scenario, if you check. Business units produce only those goods which are profitable. So they'll end up producing cigarettes, alcohol. There is loss of human welfare and value. All right, people do not care about people. Simple. They care about money. Increase the wastage of resource as a result of competition. Due to competition, you have to advertise more, and advertisement is costly. So increases the wastage of resources as a result of competition. Write there down, advertisement. So then when there is a situation where imbalance happens, there comes a point when it's too much. The rich becomes richer and poor becomes poorer, and there's an imbalance in the society. And this is where socialist economy comes into picture. All right. The concept of social economy was propounded by Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels in the work, this book, The Communist Manifesto, given by Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels. All right. And the flag bearer country of socialism was USSR. USSR, Union of Soviet Socialist Republic. This country no more exists. Cuba and North Korea, China and Vietnam. All right, there is a collective ownership. There is not private ownership. The concept of socialist economy has its origin in the drawbacks of capitalism. There were issues with capitalism. The rich was becoming richer and poor was becoming poorer. This is where socialism was coming to the rescue of poor people. There are no predetermined details of socialist system, but its main features are well recognized. This system tries to get rid of drawbacks of capitalism and incorporate those features which are considered to be desirable. So we are trying to get rid of the drawbacks of capitalism, okay, and we are making sure that everyone gets, there are no inequality. It aims at removing the problems of inequality of income and wealth, inequalities of economic opportunity, unemployment, cyclical fluctuation. Cyclical fluctuation means business cycle, boom and recession, and waste of productive resources. The advocates of socialism believe that most of the drawbacks come into being because of the certain basic features of capitalism, including institutions of private property, inheritance, and market mechanism. Socialism is an organization of society in which material means of production are owned by the whole commodity and operated by organs represented and responsible to the members of community. Everyone gets equal rights. Everyone gets equal rights. The socialist economy, the institution of private property, inheritance are abolished. Nothing belongs to you. Everything belongs to the state. What do you mean by the word state? What do you mean by the word state? Country. Inheritance and private property is abolished. The private sector, as we understand by this term, does not exist. It means that ownership of means of production is not in the hands of individual. Instead, it is owned by the state, that is government. Individuals and households do not own any business concern, and no one is an employee of private business. Private ownership is allowed only in case of consumption goods and personal belonging, and that too only to a limited extent. And to that extent, even inheritance of private property may be allowed. An important implication of abolition means removal, banning something, to ban something of private property and inheritance, is that economic decision is no longer left in private hands. Socialist economy is not guided by free working market mechanism. It is rendered ineffective in the sense the operation of. All right, guys, they also lay down, sorry. Guys, am I visible, audible? Please give me the inputs. All right, everything good? Hello guys, am I audible? Hello guys, am I audible? Audible? Hello, hello. Alpha to Delta. Visible but not audible. How is it possible? Hello guys, hello, 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 hello. Yes, visible, audible, please confirm. What's happening? Hello, hello, hello guys, tell me. All right, how what? Yes. Am I visible and audible? We are saying yes. I mean, am I visible and audible both? Please confirm. Please write it down in chat properly. Arey, yes. What do you mean by yes? You are visible and audible. That's what I'm asking you, dude. All right. So yes, they lay down their own product. The economy is frozen. And when I ask you about how many car options do we have in India today, if you want to buy a car, if you want to buy a car, how many options do we have? If you want to buy a car, how many options do we have? If you want to buy a car, we have so many options in India. We have Tata, we have Renault, we have Suzuki, we have Hyundai. All right. We have so many options. All right. But when you talk about socialism, consumers and producers, no, they have no freedom. When it comes to the Soviet Union, they had only one option, this car. That's that. When you talk about the category of houses, these kind of houses, that's that. Everyone will live in the same kind of apartment. All right. They also lay down the production schedules and decide what to produce, how to produce, and what resource inputs. Thus, demand and supply do not respond to the changes in the prices. Everything is decided by the government. Everything is decided by the government. The socialist economy is not guided by the free working of the environment. There is no laissez-faire. Everything is decided by the government. Individual interest is not served. Everything is done in the national interest. Sorry. Everything is done in the national interest. Prices are not allowed to fluctuate in response to the changes in demand. They are also controlled and regulated by the authorities. Only in some cases, cooperatives may be permitted to change the prices, but that is also within certain limits. Systematic operation of complex economy necessitates a complex and vast setup of decision making. In capitalism, this complex task is handled by market mechanism. In socialism, its substitute has to be created. This is usually done by the centralized planning economy or centralized economic planning. That's why this is also called as, planned economy or command economy, whatever the government says. All right, the socialist economy recognizes the ill effects of money and credit, and capitalism derives its name from the fact that means of production are not owned by the government, they are owned by private. The institution of private property also covers the right to inheritance. All right. Another important feature of socialism is to have a classless society. We do not want everyone lives in the same house. In capitalism, what happens? Some people will live in the villa, and some people will live in the slum area. All right, a very powerful PowerPoint. Just check this out. Just see this properly. This lady is buying stuff she doesn't even need, and this fellow is searching food from trash. How bad the situation is. When this happens time and again, there's a lot of slum and there are few bungalows. What will happen? There will be class wars. There will be class wars. In socialism, there is a classless society. Everyone belongs to the same class. Since under socialism, no property is privately owned, so there's no question of existence of classes. Every person in the society gets a share in production according to his own merits. So under socialism, it discards the market mechanism. No, it abolishes institution of private property inheritance, and it tries to remove the basic demerits of capitalism. It does distributive justice, social security. People may not be very rich, but everyone will get food on the plate. Elimination of fluctuation of economy, business cycle, recession, booming doesn't work like that. Coordinated development and elimination of social disputes. Class wars are not there thanks to social economists. So USSR was a strong advocate of socialism, but then there are people who will feel that I am not being paid as much I should have. Thereby, capitalism bred and socialism broke down USSR into 15 countries. Today we do not have a country called USSR, and now we have 15 countries: Russia, Ukraine, Georgia, Belarusia, Uzbekistan, Armenia, Azerbaijan, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Moldova, Turkmenistan, Tajikistan, Latvia, Lithuania, Estonia. You don't have to prepare this for exam. All right. And then socialism gives rise to countries like North Korea. So there are some demerits also. While socialism is able to get rid of the problems of income inequalities, unemployment and cyclical fluctuation of national income and prices, it's not able to provide economic incentives and disincentives for hard work. The people who work hard may not feel worthy enough of working in that country. As a result, it continues to suffer from slow growth rate, poor productivity. On account of these weaknesses, it becomes difficult to raise the consumption standards, and this gives rise to necessity of restructuring the economic system for better results. So the growth rate is very slow, the productivity of labor is very poor, the per capita income is low. All right, even if everyone gets food on the plate, but that is sometimes not enough. All right, so which one is better, socialism or capitalism? Tell me, which one is better, socialism or capitalism? Sir, we feel a little bit of socialism and a little bit of capitalism will be good, and that's why we, the people of India, all right, there are two schools of thoughts, there are two political thoughts, the US thought and the Soviet Union thought. The US capitalistic model and the Soviet Union socialistic model. All right, so India was asked, which model would you adopt, capitalism or socialism? So we landed up choosing mixed economy. We landed up choosing mixed economy. For some sectors, we'll use market economy. For some sectors, that is capitalism. For some sectors, we'll use command economy, that is socialism. So we do not want to be just fulfilled, and we did not want to be overfed. And this is where we adopted mixed economy. To be honest, every economy in the world is in some or the other way a mixed economy only. A mixed economy tries to avoid the ill effects of both capitalism and socialism and secure the benefits of both. For this reason, it incorporates some elements of both capitalism and socialism. However, there's no predetermined standard proportion in which the features could be selected or combined. All right. So in mixed economy, we have a private sector, we have a public sector. Private sector works for profit. Public sector works for welfare, not primarily profit oriented like Indian Railways. They do not charge heavy. All right. There are classes. If you want to travel, general class is there. If you want to travel better, sleeper class is there. All right. And if you want to travel even better, AC 2 tier, 3 tier is also there. So it is the mixed. It uses the benefits and it also gets the harmful effects. The selection of detailed features of mixed economy is made with reference to the working of market mechanism and expected effects on the society as a whole. In other words, we take up one segment of the economy at a time. It is decided that working on selected segment of the economy should be guided by free market. If the working of segment under consideration can be made beneficial for the society, it's subjecting the work of market mechanism, then the said segment is subjected to be governed by regulated market mechanism. In other words, in this case, the interaction between demand, supply and prices is regulated by the manner and extent found necessary. All right. Indian Railways. All right. Indian Railways, we use socialism there. All right. It does not work on free market mechanism. All right. They are making sure that everyone gets to use the Indian Railways. Working of segment under free market mechanism may be harmful for society. It is possible that it makes working beneficial by regulating the market mechanism. In the said segment, there's a regulated market mechanism. Like Indian Railways, there's a regulated market mechanism. The tickets are not overpriced. When it comes to aviation sector, the tickets are sometimes very pricey when it Diwali and all. During Diwali or during Dashera, the tickets are very costly in aviation. But when it comes to the Indian Railway, the fares are same. In some cases, it may be found that market mechanism continues to have net ill effects even after restriction and regulation. In such cases, market mechanism is not allowed to operate. The authorities take over one or more function of the market. This is generally done through public sector undertaking, which need not be guided market forces. Socialist society offers equal opportunity to all to rise above the level of standards. For this, state authority make available health, education, transport. Health, do we have government colleges? Do we have government hospitals? Tell me. What is the name of government hospital in your area? What is the name of government hospital in your city? Tell me. We have BJ Medical College in Pune. We have Government Medical College, Nagpur. We have KEM Hospital, Mumbai. So these are free. 10,000 patients visit every day. 10,000 I'm saying. OPD. Okay. Health. There are schools of government. Then there are transport facility, state transport and whatnot. And either subsidized for free or cost. For women, many times the buses are free. Do you know this? For women, sometimes the buses are free, absolute free. So who regulates this? This is regulated by the government. Wonderful guys, wonderful, very good Sharanya. Charaka Hospital, Mysore, good answer, very nice. So health, the government provides. Transport, the government provides. Education facility, the government provides. Sometimes you have to do it. All right, good answer. Wow. Since equalities of income and wealth in society is the major objective in socialist economy, the authority tries to achieve it by social and state ownership. Thus, in mixed economy, the net result is that market mechanism is not totally abolished. It is allowed to operate with different degrees of freedom in different segments. Indian economy provides a very good example of mixed economy as it operates in practice. In theory, mixed economy is far superior to either capitalism or socialism, since it tries to acquire beneficial features of both. But in practice, however, it suffers from many drawbacks. Some of these arise on account of the fact that it is extremely difficult to work out the details of mixed economy. On paper, it looks very nice. It isn't so. The system has a tendency to suffer from several inner contradictions. Once the rule and procedure for its working have been formulated, it is not possible to revise them frequently. The economy therefore fails to adjust itself to changing circumstances as rapidly as it should. The success of mixed economy also depends on integrity and expertise of the government admin, the expertise and freedom of the management, willingness of the workers to recognize their moral duty of increasing productivity. All right. So yeah, that's that. We have studied the entire economic systems today. And the working of economic systems we studied. We also studied the various scope of economics, the various major branches of economics. Shall we test your knowledge now? All right, guys, I hope everyone is in here. Are you ready? First question. All right, guys, you will get 30 seconds to answer these questions. You have to answer it correctly and you have to answer it fast to gain maximum points. And the winner for today's quiz will get this book, The Communist Manifesto, the concept of socialism that we studied here was propounded by Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels to this book, exactly this book. Let's see. First question. Are you ready? All the best. Go, go, go. All right, guys. So dash is defined as the branch of economic analysis which studies the economic behavior of the individual unit. This is such an easy question. The answer is microeconomics. Whenever we say individual units, it is microeconomics. All right, I'll not tell you the more concepts right now because it may fizzle out the next question's answer. All right, a lot of students have got it correct. Well done, guys. Let's check out the leaderboard position. Pingu Pingu is right on top. Vaste kena hue. Vaste kena hue. What does it mean in Kannada? Please write this down in your chat box. Then the Rock is third. Maverick, Namami, Oji, Fazia, Prathamesh, Elsa, and Dev. All right. Prathamesh is my student who has scored All India rank 16th in CA Foundation exam. All right. All right. Devki, this guy has also passed CA Foundation in the recent results. All right. Next question. Are you ready? Go, go, go. After the dash, many countries got freedom from colonial rule. First World War, Fifth World War, Second World War, and the Third World War. So after which World War many countries got freedom from the colonial rule? The answer is Second World War. Someone has written Fifth World War. Dude, the Third World War has not happened yet. You are definitely into the foreseeable future. All right, we have just seen Second World War and no next World War we have seen. We have seen a little bit of Cold War though. All right. Namami may gain a lot of lead. So Namami, Fazia, Pingu, Vaste, Kena, Hue, OG, Elsa, The Rock, Prathamesh, ABC, Nitya. All right. 3 more questions to go. Are you ready? Go, go, go. The policy of leaving things to their own course without interfering is positive, microeconomics, laissez-faire, and macroeconomics. The concept of the policy of leaving things to their own course without interfering is, the answer is laissez. The answer is laissez-faire. Right? Let the things work out on their very own. That's laissez-faire for you. Well done. Vinyasini. Okay, Vinyasini, let me tell you guys, she will be our CSEET topper. So if you want to challenge someone, challenge Vinyasini. All right. 2 more questions to go. Are you ready? Go, go, go. All right, guys. A capitalist economic system is the one which is characterized by free market. Government interference is not there in capitalist. Consumer communism is not there. Economic decisions are not made centrally. Free markets. Come on, this was an easy question. You made a fuss out of it. So a lot of students got it wrong. So OG, Prathamesh, The Rock, Khushi, Devki, Agent ABC, ET, Soham and Hari. So Prathamesh, as I told you, is the All India rank holder in CA Foundation. He is cracking it up. Give him competition. Chalo, last question. Are you ready? Go, go, go. Let's wind this up today. Capitalism generates dash of income and wealth, equalities, security, inequalities, society. Capitalism generates inequalities of income and wealth, and this is where it develops inequalities, and this is where communism comes into picture, socialism comes into picture. All right. So final leaderboard position, Prathamesh remains unchallenged, followed by The Rock, Agent X9, ABC, Devki, Hari, Pingu, Vinyasini, Hemant and Elsa. Prathamesh, well done. All right. And thank you so much. And if do you have any doubts, let me know. If you have any doubts other than these, you can always Instagram me. And yes, guys, we are on to the very, first chapter, basics of demand and supply and forms of market competition. And we have completed the first half of this chapter. And this is where we have seen, right? We have seen why to study economics, the reasons to study economics. There can be a question on this. All right. And then explain economic problem. What is economics and the definition of economics? The thing of scarcity and choice. How to define economics? There can be a question on this. Explain. I feel there will be a question in the exam. Okay, explain the wealth definition of economics. Please make sure you learn this up. All right. Then we studied the nature of economics. There could be a question on whether economics is an art or science. Explain. Then there could be a question on economics is positive in nature or normative in nature. And then there can be a question on explain microeconomics and development economics. 2 marks, 2 marks, 2 questions. And then there can be a question on explain any economic system, that capitalist, socialist, mixed. There can be a question. All right. So guys, there can be one question on whatever we have studied till now in these 4 lectures. And in the next coming up lectures, we will study the core of this chapter. Whatever we have studied in the last 4 lectures, there will be a question of 5 to 8 marks, 5 to 8 marks. And the rest of the stuff, all right, we will study demand, supply and forms of market competition in the upcoming lectures. All right, guys, shall we call it a day? All right, then, this is Pavan Gahukar signing off. See you in the next video. Till then, take care of yourself. Study well. Bye-bye, guys. All right, thank you so much.